So next we're going to talk about how to invite somebody to the business overview. And so in this particular instance, we're going to be at the end of the membership overview. And so I'm going over that with Seth. So Seth, this is how you get connected to our community. And then I have one additional question for you, and that is, are you open to sharing essential oils with others and earning an income from doTERRA?
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Okay. At what level of interest would you describe yourself? Is this something like you'd just like to host a class for me? Or is it something where maybe you're looking to get your products paid for? Or do you have an interest in really exploring what a large income would look like?
I didn't know there was an opportunity for that.
Right. Yeah, that's quite lucrative.
Okay.
As well.
yeah, I'd be open to that.
Awesome. Well, I have a program called or presentation called the Business Overview, and it shows you how the money works in doTERRA.
Okay.
Would it be okay if I go over that with you?
Yeah, that's great.
Excellent.
And typically, wouldn't you say, Rod, that when you're doing a member overview, many times at the end of the member overview, it leads right into a business overview?
Right. Yeah, a lot of times I can pull it right out because a lot of times they'll want to know.
So based upon the time that they have. So I'd say that probably at least half of my membership overviews end in a business overview happening right there.
Right.
Or I'd have to schedule an appointment to get with them.
The other thing is I will go to a business overview as soon as I discover interest in the income. So for example, even in the beginning, if I had discovered that you were open to the idea of creating a business with doTERRA, like in the buyer's guide where we actually ask you that question, then I would probably schedule a time that we could go over this business overview.
Right. So even if I'm at the class and I express interest, then take that, the door 3 just opened. So take that opportunity.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Now, one of the things is I'd like to maybe just describe how you approach someone about door 3 right off the bat. So, like, let's say that I'm talking to someone. Now, this, by the way, this normally happens with people that I'm really comfortable with, right? Mm-hmm. We have a relationship where that can happen.
Right. Like you and I.
Like you and I. And so, like, one thing I could do is here, I'll give you a call. How's
okay.
that? All right.
Okay. Excellent.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Rod, hey, this is Seth.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Good. That's great. Hey, listen, I got a quick question for you.
Okay.
You know I do doTERRA, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you open to the idea of creating an income with doTERRA?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Hey, is it something that you might be open to?
Potentially. Is it going well for you?
Yeah, it really is. It's something I love doing, and the income side is great. And I'd love to go over that with you if you'd be open to doing that.
Okay. Excellent. Sounds fun.
Yeah. So I mean, that was really quick, but that's how I do it. And you'll notice that I said, hey, you know how I'm doing that doTERRA thing, right? Like I've made it.
We've
pretty
already
public.
talked about it.
Yeah, we've made it pretty public about that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I could call you up and say something to the effect of, would you be open to creating an income from home?
Uh-huh.
Or would you be open to creating an income from, from a side business or something like that? I'd like to talk to you about. But again, the language is that I'm just asking for openness. Is this something you'd be open to trying? And you'll notice that even when I was doing it with Rod here, I kept on asking open. And the reason why is because nobody wants to say, oh, no, I'm not open to that. I'm quite closed, actually. No, nobody likes to do that. So
Who wants to make money?
Yeah. So one of the things you want to remember is that at the end of the membership overview, the questions are right here. Are you open to sharing oils with others? Are you open to the idea of creating an income with doTERRA? And then the third one is what best describes your level of interest, where you can go through those examples. So that's how I do it. And normally, if you follow that 3-door process, it leads right into the business overview.
Right. And in terms of when are you going to catch somebody, or how throughout the system are you going to discover interest? Because finding builders is people's primary objective. That's what they're trying to do.
If you're building a business.
Right. They're always asking, how do we find builders? How do we find builders? Well, you have to ask if people are open. And so throughout the process, there's a number of opportunities. One, if you just really mastered the whole process, I could ask, hey, have you considered creating an income from home? You know, that's something I could just ask. But if I get into the buyer's guide, like you've come to a class, I'm asking you again, would you like to have the option to create an income with doTERRA now or in the future, right? I've set the stage right in the enrollment process of finding that. If you miss it there, then we've come to the membership overview, just like right at the end, we're going to catch the business question again. And then you're going to get to the business overview and actually talk about all the cash flow, right? And show all the potential and possibilities. And basically, there we are again, asking if you want to engage in the business. And that's ultimately how you attract or get builders, is by asking people if they want to engage. Do you want to engage? Do you want to engage? Do you want to engage? And you'll notice in every presentation we've set it up so you're asking people, do you have an interest in this? Are you open to this? And right at the bottom here, what would you like to accomplish with doTERRA?
And the other thing that's really cool about it is that with the 3-door method, the idea is that door might be wide open, door 3 meaning, so the person might be open to learn and use. And door 3, they could be totally against network marketing, and door 3 could be totally closed. But you'd be surprised at how many people, when they've been exposed to the oils, when they've tried the products out, things like that, that door starts to creak open.
Right.
And sometimes over time it does that. So there are times when I've worked with people who door 3 was closed for years, literally years, and then finally that door opened because of a life circumstance. So don't be afraid of asking the questions. Are you open to the idea of creating an income with doTERRA? And ask that in the right moments. And
right.
Frankly, just read it right off of the guide.
Right. What level of interest do you have? And what would you like